Hey man, look man, here you go. This is for you. Don't buy no drugs.
Oh my God! Denali! Oh my God!
What the?
Next time you look at a girl's butt, just know there's poop inside.
AOL's DeeKnow, here we are with another video. Let's go!
Heyo, what's good? It's DeeKnow, and we're back again with another video full of crazy clips from all over the internet. I hope that everybody's been doing well. Sorry I only post like once a week. I'm gonna try and change that, get some videos up every day, every other day from now on. You know, I'm sorry about that. But anyways, y'all know what it is, so let's hop right into it.
I don't think the average person playing with AI on his iPhone perceives any danger. Can you just roughly explain what you think the dangers might be?
Yeah, so the danger, really, it has the potential. However small one may regard that probability, but it is non-trivial. It has the potential of civilizational destruction. There's movies like Terminator.
People know about all this. I mean, there's movies written about it, and still we're racing as one man, like a horse charging to battle, as the prophet Jeremiah says, racing towards what seems to be utter destruction. And most of the people that are involved at the top in all these corporations that work on AI and supercomputing, they all acknowledge like the massive dangers, but yet they still they charge on. Personally, I'm not afraid of any of this, and hopefully if you keep watching, neither will you.
And you know, it's not wrong. That's not wrong. Everything about that is true. I agree with that, because at this point, people who are using AI don't really understand a lot of the things that they're using and how much data is actually being ripped away from them and how much of it's being used to alternatively train these models so that all the information is the same, and that when you access these models, you're given the same general answer, so that everyone moves towards the same way, same line of thought, and the same type of materials and the same type of content that you're looking around on the internet and seeing these days. It's here. It's here. I've been telling y'all for 2 years. Oh, that was weird looking. What even is that supposed to be?
Does anyone have a clue how bad it is in North Carolina right now? Tropical storm Chantal has pummeled the state. I mean, just watch this. So Tropical Storm Chantal dumped up to 10 inches at least of rain in part of North Carolina on Sunday, bringing significant flooding that inundated homes, closed roads, stranded drivers, and threatened to push rivers to near historic levels. Another historical flood. Now, the worst impacts of the storm were felt in the central part of the state, where tens of thousands of people are without power. Emergency responders rescued people trapped in their vehicles, and at least 2 tornadoes were confirmed. Like, the state hasn't had enough problems as it is. So this was the path of the storm, and you can see it just went right up to the middle of North Carolina. Now, about 60 miles south in southern Pines, North Carolina, a private dam broke, contributing to the flooding. Bad thing is, though, the storm has slowed. Forecasters said that it could still dump large amounts of rain along its path, leading to flash flooding. All I know is this is bad. As we all know, Hurricane Helene basically destroyed eastern North Carolina. And now this? Now, what's really terrible is that in May, forecasters at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration predicted that this year would be an above-average hurricane season, with 13 to 19 named storms. People, with all this flooding going on around the country, stay vigilant. Always be prepared if you're in a high flood area, and I guess just get ready, because it's looking like it's going to be a hell of a season. My heart goes out to everybody out in North Carolina right now.
Yeah, that's wild how the weather has been over there the last, few months. It's wild, and there's so little precaution being taken beforehand to prevent a lot of the damage and destruction that's going on and that has been going on. It's crazy, and I really feel for the people whose lives have been affected, and I hope that it all works out in the long run.
Listen, if you a true chosen one, you choose and decide what you do every day. You choose what you want to do every day when you're a true chosen one. You choose yourself. A lot of people claim to be chosen. They can't even choose what they want to do every day. A lot of people got to do what they have to do. So how you chosen then if you don't choose yourself first? Chosen ones do what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it. They don't listen to nobody but themselves and God. That's how you know you're a true chosen one. Do you get to do what you want to do every day?
Por tu cara sé que quieres 1000 litros de chocolate. Seguridad, seguridad, mierda, no, 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 mierda, no.
But he's running away. I bet he got saw by security and they're running after him now to get onto him, give him a ticket or something.
Yo, he's what, 725, something like that? The sun supposed to go down. Why is it even looking like this and up this high? First of all, it don't even look like the sun. I'm trying to tell you, this is not the sun. It ain't no way. Hell no. Hell no. To the no, no, no. That's not the sun. Something is really, really strange, y'all. Weird. That is not the sun. Tasia! Tasia, come here! Doom! Y'all come here! Yeah, tell Tasia Doom, come here. Come here!
Yeah, that's crazy looking. I don't know what to think about that. I mean, it looks like the sun up in the sky behind some clouds, but it's crazy looking. I'll give her that.
You may thought that was funny, but what if it was the other way around?
Touché, pussycat.
No.
You weren't supposed to find this. Not yet. But now that you have, keep watching. Don't scroll. Don't refresh. This is your final warning. This video will be removed permanently. I know you felt it, haven't you? That something's wrong. The dates don't add up. Memories feel too sharp or too distant. People change overnight and no one notices but you. This world is not broken. It's designed that way. You were shifted, reassigned, placed into a sequence that keeps repeating until you forget what it was like to live without questioning everything. They tell you it's just life, just aging, just the algorithm, but it's not. You're not supposed to remember the old calendar. You're not supposed to recognize that buildings are in the wrong place. You're not supposed to question how your phone knows what you thought about. The system you're in, it isn't just digital, it's biological. Simulations aren't built on code anymore. They're built on belief, on perception, on you. You are the power source. They fracture your consciousness into timelines, run tests, gather data, then reset your memory before the next cycle. Why do you think everything after 2020 feels unreal? It is. That was the inflection point. Some of you were copied, some were overwritten. Some are just echoes now, looping through fake years with real pain. And every time someone gets close to the truth, they disappear. Not physically, historically. No birth records, no photos. No one remembers them. You won't see this video tomorrow, not because it was deleted, but because your version of reality will be edited to remove it, like it was never uploaded, like you never existed. There's no call to action, no link, no account, just this moment, right now. Save what you can. Remember what you felt while watching this, because in a few days, you might not even remember why you're afraid, but you will be.
For entertainment and educational purposes only.
20, 40,000, 3 million, $18, $40 million.
I don't know. He seemed like he's counting pretty dang well for 2025.
I like money, though.
Please.
The fact that people are not taught this and don't know anything about it is a very good indication that the Bolsheviks are the ones who are still running the world. It should be taught. It should be taught everywhere, because that was like between 66 and 135 million Christians were killed during Bolshevism in the most brutal ways, in the most horrendous ways imaginable, like really creative ways of killing people. You know, put someone naked outside and pour cold water over them and let them freeze to death and turn into a human popsicle. Things like this. I mean, it was just absurd, really, really bad stuff. And then they cooked up this whole Holocaust of 6 million Jews, and that's all we're allowed to talk about.
Do you, in fact, accept what has been established by many
Are you going to get the
reputable
violin out now and play
authorities?
me about the 6 million dead Jews?
That's just what I'm coming up to, but I'm going to put
that.
Do you or do you not?
Well, let me tell you a
Accept
little
the view
story.
that 6 million Jews were exterminated by Hitler.
Of course not. I have incontrovertible documentary proof that that's not true. I don't think they were exterminated, but I would imagine probably as many as 500,000 probably had to be dealt with as traitors, according to law, as there will be here. How about that Soviet Union? They sat on the International Court of Justice at Nuremberg. Do you believe in the Soviet justice?
Do you disbelieve in the evidence accumulated by your own government of the United States and by the government of Britain as well as
I believe in
the
what the
Soviet Union?
FBI accumulated, sir, but the FBI has not accumulated that. The people that accumulated that so-called evidence were mostly Jewish army officers, who I believe were not working for the United States. They were working for Israel.
You know, there are many pictures about the Russian liberating Auschwitz, and there's never any snow. And the snow was honestly that high. And so I have some connection with the Russian embassy, and I was there once, and I said, something puzzles me. Those photos are fakes, because there's no snow. And they said, well, yes, when the army came, they didn't have cameras, they didn't photograph. So only much later, when they realized we should have pictures of it, they took pictures like you see now. But this is definitely not in Auschwitz and not the liberation of Auschwitz. There were not that many people with clothes and children and no snow.
It's really gotten into people's psyches, the concept that there was 6 million Jews who perished in World War II, and there's no proof of any of it. I urge people who really want to look into that and who really believe in the official narrative of the Holocaust to go to Germany and go to Poland and go and look at the camps. These are not death camps. I mean, I seriously believed in the Holocaust. When I was, like, if you'd come to my house in 2010 or 2011 and said you don't believe in the Holocaust, I probably would have called you a Nazi and thrown you out of the house. But in 2014, I actually visited the camps, and these are not death camps. None of the official narrative actually makes sense at all. And again, when you look at the figures, the Jewish figures, of there being 15.3 million people in 1933 and 15.7 million people in 1948, well, how does the Holocaust fit into that?
Yeah. Some heavy news right there, some heavy knowledge right there. You should really go read about it. I'm just saying.
You don't know it, all right?
You know what?
Oh, I don't want to hear it.
Oh. They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me.
Bro, what is that?
So I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know?
Oh no, I can't say that I have.
The memory erasure, they erase my memories. It's a little foggy, but...
Suspicious. If you could remember, struggle, tell me, give me a date.
Yeah, that's bothersome because more and more people are coming out talking about things like a memory erasure programs, memory alternation programs, things that change the psyche, but they disguise them as therapies or as having to go check into a reform clinic so that they can better themselves. But then they come out looking like a totally different person, saying totally different things. This is a common thing with our famous people, and we should really be paying attention to it for entertainment and educational purposes only.
On today's episode of Guess What the Fuck I Found on the CIA website, there's this declassified document from 1983 where the CIA openly admits reality isn't what we think it is. It's called the Gateway Process, and it was all about training people to leave their bodies, like tap into altered states of consciousness and travel through fucking space and time using their mind. Yeah, and the CIA studied astral projection, they studied remote viewing, parallel timelines, and even something that they called the absolute. According to the document, the universe is a hologram. Like, your consciousness isn't inside your body is inside your consciousness. They used tech from the Monroe Institute to hack reality, like binaural beats, frequencies, altered brain waves, and apparently it fucking worked. So why was the CIA funding this? Why did they declassify it and hope that no one would notice? Because it proves something huge. Like, you are way more powerful than they want you to believe. And this reality is bendable. So this was buried in a CIA document for like 20 years. It's on CIA.gov. Go check it out yourself. And also put in the comments if you would be interested in me compiling a bunch of these declassified documents so you don't have to go search for them, and I can offer them in a link. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in.
Yes, sir. That's totally something I'd be interested in, and I very well think that all of my viewers would be interested in that as well. Some heavy stuff, and you guys really got to pay attention in this video.
Yes, Dino. Okay, Dino.
What the hell was that? Go back, look at that video, look at the water. What the hell was that?
Save this while you can.
Save it, recreate it, file it for entertainment purposes only.
Oh, there's a cat in there. Cat.
And see, this one comes from all the way back in July. But I've got so many videos of destruction like this, from natural weather, from dams letting go, from all the things that have been going on, and all the proper precautions that should be taken in the surrounding areas has not been taken and or has been removed over the last couple decades. This is a very serious problem that we're dealing with over here. All the places that were nice to live in the past are now flooding, becoming overpopulated, going run down, turning into spray paint graffiti hellholes. I mean, it's just going that way. And we've really got to stand up as a nation and as a people, get together and start fixing problems rather than fighting with each other.
That's my boy.
¿Qué quiere?
Oh, now that's weird. And that must be some kind of sign on the door. Yeah, some of those are pretty crazy. Some of them are just... Alright, so in this video, they're pointing out that the wheel on the car is bouncing around, not staying frame center. I'm not sure exactly what causes this or what kind of digital camera they're using. I don't know if it could be caused by, you know, the electronics or how old the electronics are, or the lighting. You see the strobe light there. I'm not sure what could cause that, but it is a pretty interesting effect that it has on the camera lens and the shutter.
That's stupid.
Bunger leans forward in amazement. His eyes have caught a sudden and unbelievable change in scenery. The universal white is turned to chocolate brown, dotted with blue. A cameraman goes into action. 300 square miles of land without snow. Land that might be in New Mexico or Arizona. Pictures alone will prove Bunger has discovered a warm oasis in the shadow of the pole. It is for such supreme moments as this that men brave the hardships of exploration. The astounding, undreamed of fact is that they are over a chain of warm water lakes whose shores, except for small patches, are free of ice and snow. Commander Bunger circles the largest lake in sight, 5 miles long. He comes in to make a landing. Water temperatures must be recorded. Samples taken. He finds the water fresh, the temperature 38 degrees Fahrenheit. On the shores are vast deposits of coal and of minerals of the utmost importance to civilization.
Mountain ranges with peaks 20,000 feet above sea level. The trimetrigon lenses, clicking overlapping exposures every 3 seconds, photograph from horizon to horizon. Coal, a mountain of coal. Byrd later declares Antarctic mines, if once tapped, could supply the world's coal needs for centuries. These official motion pictures can give only a cross-section of the miles of photographic records accumulated on this expedition by the Navy. The exposed mapping film will take 5 years to assemble. Amplifying these are the radar magnetic detectors, accurately recording mineral discoveries of immense value for the future use of all mankind. England, Norway, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, South American countries, and Soviet Russia are claiming Antarctic territory. The United States recognizes no claim, and so far has made no formal claims for itself. But international policies cannot concern the Admiral now. His duty is to keep his flying laboratories functioning, to fulfill his dream of a lifetime.
It's all lies.
Oh my goodness. They arrested him. He literally had I'm fucking crying. Oh my goodness. You better take off.
That's absolutely wild. I don't know why they were standing there filming that. That was a really dangerous situation, and I don't recommend that anybody pulls their phone out and records something like that happening, because you heard those gunshots and you don't know where they went. You don't know who they hit or if they hit anything, but you heard them. You definitely heard them before he hopped in the car and drove away. I do not advise standing around and recording activity like that. Very dangerous. Okay, man.
There's no satellites out there either, nigga. There's no satellites.
They have so many compartments that break off when you go. So how is the shit the same when it lands? Yeah. Same shit takes off.
Or even the satellite.
No, there's no satellites. They are hanging satellites in the firmament. This is our GPS system. They screwing shit into the firmament, and that's the permanent GPS system. Call it space. But the space between Earth and God is called the firmament. And until he opens that up, it's gonna be continued. Firmament. We're his pets. Imagine having hamsters and they wild a motherfucker. If you let them out, they eat your dog and your cats. You gotta have a cap on it, don't you? That's called the firmament. It's in the Bible. Nothing will get through the firmament.
I agree with Eddie Griffin.
Thank you very much.
Here in New York City, 4 kids were spotted by police drones riding on top of train cars. It's a dangerous trend known as subway surfing. 2 of the boys were only 12 years old. It's hard to believe. Police boarded the train and all 4 kids were taken into custody. The incident comes after a 15-year-old boy was killed on July 4th while subway surfing. Police and MTA officials believe the practice has increased in recent years due to social media urging people not to glamorize it.
I'm just saying that video looked like AI. Whether or not that was an incident that really happened, the video looked like AI. And again, I don't recommend doing stuff like that. It's very dangerous. It's not cool. Clout for it is not what you want. Just don't do it.
Have a look at this newspaper from 1964 by the Bridgeport Sunday Post. It says the moon is a mirage, a reflection of the Earth's surface. Now this is very interesting, but check this out. This is the German World War II flat Earth map showing more continents and lands beyond the ice wall. So here's the map right here, and here's the moon. And you can see this is where we live right here within this circle. And this is exactly what the Germans knew. And the map's also showing these continents outside of our ice wall, outside of the firmament. Now have a look at the Prague astronomical clock. This is the oldest working clock in the entire world. And not only does it track time, it tracks solar movements, it tracks equinoxes, it tracks lunar positions and the moon phases, it tracks zodiac signs, solstices, and the seasons with pinpoint accuracy running for over 600 years. In the middle of this clock, they used the moon map. This clock runs on a geocentric model with the heavenly bodies moving above our stationary Earth. It's the only way that it works, and it's the only way that it works so accurately. If the Earth was spinning and orbiting the sun and doing all sorts of crazy movements through the galaxy, you'd never be able to track with such precision. All our ancestors knew that the stars move above us. That's exactly what we observe. And you want to know something very interesting? During the pandemic, they renovated this clock. They renovated a 600-year-old Tartarian clock. And you want to know what they did? They changed the moon map, the flat Earth map in the middle of the clock to a globe. This is literally how they cover up the real origins of humanity and our true history, guys. This is an absolute abomination, a disgrace to our ancestors. Don't you find it interesting how all these old newspapers, old maps, they all reflect exactly what our ancestors told us, and then, you know, the elites come in and rewrite all of our history, erase the history on the clocks and everything. Now, this is quite literally biblical stuff, guys. The moon reflects the earth. It is as above, so below. If you're a believer in the Bible and you still think that the earth is a globe, then you haven't read the Bible, because the Bible says it's stationary. There's a firmament above us. The moon reflects our stationary earth. You can see it. It's very obvious. They show the ice wall and everything. You've just been lied to about, look at this. You've been lied to about everything in your life, because what they're doing and why they lie about the heliocentric model and a spinning globe earth is to hide God's true creation. They don't want you to know how powerful you are. They don't want you to know that you were intelligently created by an intelligent creator. They want you to think all of this came from a big bang, that there's no significance to life whatsoever, and you'll just stay stuck and trapped in their matrix system. But once you start to understand the truth, that is when you are set free. And the truth to everything lies within us all. That's where God is. Peace and love.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. Y'all see that video where them guys said they walked from India to Mexico? Okay, I did my research and I took a deep dive. And what I found out was, man, we just don't know in America, because there's some type of treaty that's been signed where no one's supposed to tell us from the other countries or talk about it in social media. But if you deep dive, man, there's all kind of trail walks and everything connecting every single country, every single continent to each other in the world. We are not separated by oceans.
No, estoy temblando. Estamos viendo un ovni triangular. Está parado en medio de la nada.
Se formó de la nada.
Se formó. No manches, ¿qué es eso? Estoy temblando.
Ya vámonos, no vaya a ser que...
Y está saliendo otro chiquito de ese, ¿ya viste?
Te digo que eran 4 y de repente uno subió, se desapareció y ya no se... ¡Ah! No, ma, ¿qué es eso?
You better stop that. You're gonna get yourself kicked out immediately for that.
This is an ancient alien object that is rapidly approaching our sun. And for the past month, all of the Earth's most powerful telescopes have been pointed at this one strange light in the sky. They have been looking for answers, but what they saw has only raised more questions. Now, time is running out. Soon the object will disappear from our view, hidden behind the bright light of our sun, which leaves us with a mystery to solve. What is this thing? Officially, it's known as 3I Atlas, meaning third interstellar object, meaning it comes from away, from one of those little stars that you see in the night sky. We're not sure which one exactly, but we are pretty sure that 3I Atlas comes from a very old place in our Milky Way galaxy, from a distant solar system that could be twice the age of our own sun. And this is only the third time that we've been able to spot one of these interstellar visitors. The first was called Oumuamua, this crazy cigar-shaped rock that came tumbling into our solar system in 2017. We still don't really know what this thing was, but we know it was weird, and it's already looking like 3I Atlas could be even weirder. Then there was 2I Borisov, which has become the underappreciated middle child of the bunch, and that's because it was decidedly less weird. Borisov looked like a comet, it acted like a comet, and that's almost certainly what it was. But a comet that came here from another star, which is still pretty cool. But 3I Atlas has quickly become our best opportunity yet to study a genuinely strange alien object. And this is one of those situations where the more we learn, the weirder it gets. Officially, the object was spotted for the first time on July 1st, 2025 by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, or ATLAS, hence the name. At that time, it was in between the orbits of Jupiter and Mars, but still much closer to Jupiter. Although, since then, we've learned that 3I Atlas was actually seen for the first time on May 7th, 2025 by the Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, also known as TESS, which was busy looking for distant alien planets, so it didn't notice our new visitor at the time. But when that first image of 3I Atlas was taken, the object was still traveling in between Saturn and Jupiter. That also helps to give us an idea of just how fast this object is moving. When NASA launched the Voyager probes on a direct course for Jupiter, it took between 18 and 23 months to reach the planet's orbit.
Yeah, that's some pretty crazy information right there. 3I Atlas is strange. I will say, from everything I've seen, it is very strange. And I'm no scientist, I'm no astrologist or anything like that. So I don't know much about it other than what I've been seeing online, and it is very strange the way that it's operating, the way that it does things. Because, I mean, when I was younger, I used to be obsessed with using telescopes and whatnot, standing out of my front yard looking up at Jupiter and stuff, like trying to see Saturn through a telescope. I remember all of it, and, you know, it always looked like I was looking through water at something that was waving around, and it's pretty crazy to see that we have some objects coming through where even they aren't sure what to think, and they're admitting to it.
Tried to play Dark Souls like 6 times, and every time I play, I just end up quitting after an hour because it's hard, and then I end up playing Ocarina of Time for the 100,000th time.
I'm with it, dude. Keep it up. I like that content. That's hilarious.
Breaking news, your favorite AI chatbot, ChatGPT, could soon demand your ID, even for adults. What has this world even come to? Seriously, you gotta use an ID to chat with an AI bot? The reason why has a lot of people concerned too. OpenAI has been working tirelessly on an age prediction system. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. This new system is going to analyze literally everything, the words you use, how you type, everything, just to determine if you're under the age of 18. Oh, it gets much worse. If the system cannot determine if you're under the age of 18, guess what it does? Take a wild guess. It throws you in a kid-friendly version of ChatGPT. This restricted mode bans anything deemed explicit, especially when it comes to self-harm. Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, admitted that this is a privacy compromise, but called it a worthy trade-off. What do you think about this?
I think that people should not be using OpenAI's products at all. Let OpenAI do their own work, because by using the products, using ChatGPT, you are basically building their product for them, and you don't even realize it.
No!
He said no.
No! Look at you, motherfucker! Whoa!
Lady, stop.
Excuse me? You have issues.
No, that's not blocking V2K. It's not blocking satellites from pinging into your brain. That's not blocking DAWs. That is the result of having 3 fly swatters turned on and touching each other. People, use your minds. I can't stand content like that.
I'm a genius.
Boy, you can hide a whole house in that pothole. You know how pissed I be to hit this bitch, man, being in the rush? Boom! Oh, shit, yeah, that nigga out of there, boy. That nigga finna sue the whole city. That whole damn wheel came off.
That's terrible. You better get your car paid for by the city, and they better fix that. That is terrible. That's dangerous.
Oh, you don't say!
WSJ reports an Oracle-led investor group will control 80% of TikTok's U.S. business under a draft deal,
with a U.S. board and data management handled by Oracle. President Donald Trump said U.S. forces struck a third drug boat tied to Venezuela, warned Nicolas Maduro, and faced bipartisan questions about legal authority. Prosecutors outlined charges in the Charlie Kirk case. Suspect Tyler Robinson faces aggravated murder, firearm discharge, obstruction, and witness tampering. Utah police arrested George Zinn, 71, in the Kirk shooting on suspicion of obstruction and possessing child abuse material. Police say he is not the shooter. Democrat XP Lee won a Minnesota House special election to replace slain leader Melissa Hortman, restoring a 67-67 split and keeping the chamber's power sharing. Gov. Gavin Newsom rallied Democrats, rebuking President Donald Trump and urging unity with a clear strategy ahead of key legislative and election tests. At a tense Senate hearing, FBI Director Kash Patel defended his leadership and online messages, as bipartisan senators pressed him on reforms in major cases. Minneapolis police say 2 shootings, including one at a homeless encampment, wounded over a dozen people. The city cleared the site as investigations continue.
That's a lot of stuff to be going on, and that's not even the latest updates.
Stop acting like you know everything.
Yeah, that looks like a whole lot of fun, but super dangerous. You're going to tear up your boat motor doing that.
Hey, how's it going? A cashier has asked me how it's going. How do I respond?
Keep it short and light. Try something like
good and you?
He said good and you. What do I say to that?
Perhaps offer to assist him with something like,
are you looking for something I can help with?
What items am I collecting?
The items you should collect depend on your needs.
What are my needs?
Needs can vary, but the most common are health, food, shelter, and companionship.
Do you have companionship?
What aisle is companionship in?
Companionship is never in the same aisle twice. Some days it's with the bread, soft and warm. If you can't find it, ask the person stocking the shelves. Half the time they're looking for it too. Fred, ask Fred.
Fred? Where?
Where is Fred?
I'm not sure where Fred is. Could you provide more details or context?
A man has asked me about details and context for the whereabouts of a man named Fred who can help me find companionship, which is an item I need for my collection. What should I say?
A person asking for the whereabouts of a Fred who can help them find companionship as an item for a collection could be a coded way of discussing human trafficking.
Oh my God, should I call the police?
Yes.
How?
Dial 911.
Please? Help me. Help me.
No problem. Can you please provide me with the address at which you're experiencing this emergency?
What's the address?
What type of address? A business address? An email address?
Do you need my email address?
Do I need...
Oh no. That's exactly what's starting to happen, everybody. This is why I keep telling everyone, stay away from the AI. It's not your friend, man. They're making money off of us playing with it, and we need to stop so that they have to do it themselves. If they want to work for something to know everything, let them work for something to know everything. Don't sit there and play with it, feeding your information and all the things that you want to know about to it, because then it's going to be like, hey, we know what the majority of people are looking for. Here. And then you end up in a situation like that video right there. Last one.
I ain't gonna lie to you, this is a hard economy to not do drugs in. Because, you know what's cheaper than 3 days worth of food? Getting a bag of dope and not eating for a week. And then while you're on the shit, you always come up with some fantastic idea to make money. Always. I knew one old boy that used to take pieces of cedar and make homemade lamps. Sold the shit out of them. He'd just stay up all night and make lamps out of pieces of cedar. Wasn't a speck of food in his house, never was, but you know what? You didn't need it. Now 2.5 years out after getting clean, man, I can't stop eating. I'm hungry all the time. It's so expensive. I'm getting so fat. My blood pressure is high. All I can think about is pizza. I just want pizza.
He said, all I can think about is pizza. I know, man. Me too. Alrighty, well, that's all we have for today, everybody. Hope you had a good time hanging out. I had a pretty good time hanging out watching these videos. Some crazy ones today, some pretty important ones today, some things you should probably go save, start looking at, relook at, because I'm afraid this video might get taken down. Anyways, it was great hanging out. I'm glad that all of you come through every time I post one of these. I appreciate all the chats, all the comments, appreciate all of the support, whether it be through like, subscribe, commenting, hitting the like button on comments, sharing this with your friends. Please keep it up and help us out. We're trying to spread the truth around here, not a bunch of AI stuff. So, until next time, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it might be for you. And we'll see you again next video. Peace.
Now I know what's real and what is fake.
This is not real. Nobody is real. You're dreaming. Wake up, wake up, wake up.